What is up, guys? In this video, we're gonna make a Wobbler bass in Serum inspired by Main Phase and Sammy Virji. This is what we're gonna create today. Ready? Let's jump straight into the project. Okay, so we start by loading up Serum. By the way, these are the MIDI notes used for this project. You can just pause the video and copy the notes. So for oscillator A, we're gonna navigate to analog and we're gonna select the basic mini. Then we're gonna set the wavetable position to here. And we're gonna turn the random phase all the way down. Next, we're gonna go to the noise oscillator and we're gonna select on the analog, the bright white. Put this to one shot mode and put the level to around here. Now we're ready to go to the filter section. We're gonna go enable the filter, set this to MG low 24 and enable it for both oscillator A and the noise oscillator. So we also need to go to oscillator A and turn the octave down to -2 so we get a more bass sound. Then we're just gonna add a little bit of release to the envelope 1. Okay, so now the fun part starts and we need to use the LFO2 for some filter modulation. So we create a shape like this for the LFO. We're gonna turn this to trigger mode and we're gonna add a little bit of smoothing to the LFO. Then we're gonna assign this LFO to the filter cutoff and it should be bi-directional, so go both ways. And we need to set the filter cutoff to around here. Also gonna add a little bit of resonance and then we're gonna turn up the drive for the filter. So now we have something like this. So it starts to get like that really cool wobbler kind of effect to the bass. Okay, and then we need to go to LFO1 and we're gonna create a shape like this. Put this to 2-bar. And this LFO1 is gonna modulate the master tuning of the oscillators basically. So we're gonna go to matrix. We're gonna go here to source, select LFO1. And here for the destination, we're gonna go to global and select master tune. And for the amount, it's just gonna be 3, so just a subtle amount. And then we need to put this to go only one way. So we have something like this. So you can see like it's not being re-triggered every time the notes are hitting. So it's just gonna decrease the pitch, the tuning of the oscillator. So you get like a more dissonance kind of bass sound. So it sounds really nice. So, and I'm also a big fan of using macros. So I want to add a macro to the filter cutoff and also one for the resonance of the filter cutoff. So that basically means that we can just gonna name this filter and gonna name this one res. So basically we can play the sound and you can automate these knobs to open up the filter and open up the resonance. Pretty cool. Okay, so now we're ready to jump into the effects. So we're gonna go to effects. The first effect that we're gonna add is the hyper dimension. So we're gonna set the hyper to re-trigger and put the mix to around here. We're gonna increase the size for the dimension and put up the mix to around 20%. Then we're gonna add a chorus, put the rate down a little bit, turn up the delay for delay 1, and then turn up the feed, turn the low pass filter all the way up, and then turn the mix down a little bit to around here. So we get some like stereo effects to this bass sound. Next, we're gonna add some distortion and we're gonna use the downsample, put the drive to around 15%. And then we're gonna turn down the mix because we're gonna use the LFO2 for modulating the mix knob. So it's just gonna increase the mix of this downsample effect every time like it follows this shape of this LFO. Just to make it a little bit more dirty, gritty in my opinion. Then we're gonna add a compressor, put down the release a little bit, and then we're gonna turn up the gain. To around 3 dB of gain, almost 4 dB. And then lastly, we're gonna add an EQ, and this is just using the low and high shelf. So for the low shelf, we're just gonna boost by 2 dB. And then for the high shelf, we're just gonna add like a more sloping boost, so at around 60 dB. So we want to push up those upper frequencies. This is a really, really cool bass, if you ask me. So we're actually done with all of the settings within Serum, but I want to add a little bit of extra processing to the sound. So I've routed this sound to a mixer track in FL Studio. So I have this channel. The first plugin that I add is the Neutron 3 from Isotope. So I'm splitting up the band at around 400 Hertz, and then I'm adding some tape saturation to the upper part of the bass sound. And then I'm also using an EQ just to carve away any of those super high frequencies. So that's from at around 4000 Hertz with a high shelf, because those upper frequencies are not that necessary to me because I want to add some drums there, basically. So this is how it sounds. Really, really dirty. Next, I'm adding the Ozone 9 imager. And this is basically just to control that I don't have too much stereo information in the low end. So I'm splitting up the band at around 150 Hertz, and then I'm making everything below that mono. Just to control it. Then lastly, just a shaper box for some volume automation, just to dog it like a sidechain, basically. Really nice. So yeah, this is like the finished sound. Really awesome. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this Serum tutorial. If you liked the video, it means so much to me if you smash that like button or even subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss any future videos on the channel. I've also launched a Discord server for producer. It's a place where you can share your track ideas, get feedback, provide feedback. It's generally just a cool place to hang out and talk about music and stuff. And I really want you to get involved. If you want to, you can join the Discord via the link in the description down below. If you want to support this channel even further, you can go and browse some of my sample packs and preset packs on my web shop. The link is also in the description down below. So I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.